Relax, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
Wait!
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're...
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business.
Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Fermon can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
But Fermon can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
Huh? But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
Wow, what a horrible person!
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again. Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Fermon's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and wait.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for... Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the 𝐒𝐿𝐴 then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you, 'cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the 𝐒𝐿𝐴 anyway, a really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered.
Monica's the one apologizing?
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately.
All right.
Thank you for understanding. We'll...
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head?
Well, according to Fermon's family, she hasn't always been like this.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Huh? Hold on, there's something written. Find... Escape?
𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐨𝐧𝐞'𝐏𝐥𝐚𝐲? Could this mean...
So, who is this 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐴 anyway?
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer, before Savannah. She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Boer's history. After the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Gâteau de Boer? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right?
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Boer was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu, but none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐴 decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility, and she was sent to the fortress of Meropide.
The Fortress of Meropide?
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐴 didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
So that's what happened.
Even though 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐴 is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴 to try and negotiate with Savannah.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴 to come back and kick. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
Well...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove! You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴 is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Yes, Chef.
Excuse us,
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴 when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴 joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Fiamma. That's the second time we've heard that name.
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son, and with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. 𝐒𝐚𝐲 knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So, you two must be the world-famous traveler and her companion, Paimon, yes? Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navia's come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, 𝐒𝐲. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica!
𝐒𝐲?
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
Wait, so now she's,
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Wait, she looks like... Is that a...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed.
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna...
What the heck?
Get up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward?
𝐒𝐲?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook?
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Oh, Oh, well, it's because Chef...
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way?
I mean, 𝐒𝐲𝐲𝐽𝐴 was strict too, but I think the difference is that we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef 𝐒𝐲𝐲𝐽𝐴 was hard on us because she truly... But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just... And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef 𝐒𝐲𝐲𝐴 had started working again in the 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐨𝐧𝐞'𝐏𝐥𝐚𝐲.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not...
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then? That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴 ended up in the food we served.
𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐴. Apparently it...
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects. And unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive...
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased, but you took all the blame. We all know why. And now look at you.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer.
Oh, the 𝐶𝐶𝐽𝐵, you say?
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones. Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? So, you do remember who's boss. 𝐒𝐲𝐲𝐴? I thought you'd left this place for good.
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Oh, Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
What happened to not storming in and raising hell?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as
Huh? 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐵?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves...
The traditional way?
That's right! I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste.
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve... The cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating... And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years...
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back? Who?
What say you, 𝐒𝐲𝐲𝐴? Surely you, of all people, won't back down from this challenge.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it...
Exhibition. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Boer to me.
What? The Codex de Boer?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including Gâteau de Boer. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of the Hotel de Boer have the
present and former? Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. I want your copy, the original version, the one you took with you when you left us.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipes.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐴? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift, to thank 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐴 for her years of service.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue. As long as both... And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de boar, per the recipe in the codex. Well, 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐴, you against me.
You sound surprisingly confident. Alright then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show you.
𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐴, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendres so I can get prepping.
Know of any new orchestral pieces? I like to swap out the background music in the kitchen once in a while. It's a great way to find new inspiration.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Pine.
𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐴 only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay. That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Oh, That? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵 explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly. For instance, legend has it that the original 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵 de boer was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried, Modeste and 𝐒𝐵𝐵𝐵 went on to found the original Hotel de Boer, which catapulted them to stardom, and especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log became...
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hotel de Boer took its rightful place as the finest...
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if... Anyway, never mind centuries. 𝐒𝐵𝐵𝐵 and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame, and that was it. The end of the Hotel de Boer's heyday. It fell into... Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with 𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 and the rest...
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon?
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Boer they sell now is
Wait, really? Why the...
It did, but like I said, it's the dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well...
Oh! Huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of...
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Boer, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows, maybe 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵... Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right?
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the...
So why is she so interested? Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, who...
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵 as a parting gift. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management...
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major...
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our gâteau do the talking. It means vesting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself. Even however much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Boer is very complicated to make. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned,
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your... Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me your knife skills.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make...
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute?
done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated.
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. I'll demonstrate again. Now. Slowly and carefully. That didn't count. I was experimenting. You're with it, 𝐒𝐶𝐲𝐲𝐴. Everyone's watching.
Finally on the run.
That didn't count. And voila! Now it's your turn. Not terrible, considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, but the traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? That goes without saying. Still, credit where credit's due. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the 𝐻otel de Boer's current menu. That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. how's it going? Have you... Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grading commence.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a...
6 points.
What? Oh, well, fair enough.
That's 6 out of 100.
What?
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it. By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Aww.
Me next! I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Oh, well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar.
Aw.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last hope.
8 points.
darn. That's barely...
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
Huh? How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the traveler as...
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and see how it goes?
Chef 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐨𝐧𝐞'𝐏𝐥𝐚𝐲.
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bourg, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐴, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bourg?
I have not. But I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip some... Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I can't seem to grip my knife.
Do it again! Again! Again!
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I...
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica, when did you get here?
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But anyway, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help.
She sounds like the worst. All right.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about 𝐒𝐲𝐵𝐴's new role in the 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐼𝐵𝐺𝐻. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it.
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out, or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh, man. That must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Fiamma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost.
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk to—
But what if you can't find another assistant in time?
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Navia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the 𝐶vina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then... Well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
All right, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah?
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways...
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a 𝐶vina-sponsored meal to set—
𝐶vina-sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the 𝐒𝐴𝐧𝐼𝐵𝐺𝐻. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
All right, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives. That's not a bad idea, actually.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this.
Why, Savannah? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just we were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief. Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex. Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary art. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow, then.
It's Cooking Contest Day! To the Hotel de...
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest!
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hotel de Boer and to this most exciting of...
Savannah, I've brought the original copy of the Codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this.
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
Stay calm, 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐝𝐵𝐴. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think. Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right? Ha! Rah! Zah! What are you doing, 𝐒𝐴𝐧𝐝𝐴? Your team's waiting on you. A dash of frosting! Cha! Rah! Cha! That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
The balance of flavors is about right, but the quantity is too low.
So, what do you think?
𝐒𝐚𝐲𝐲𝐝𝐵 is already on the final step of the recipe.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough! Oh, useless! Both of you, make like an egg and beat it! I'll do it myself.
What?
A dash of frosting! Off to the freezer! A dash of frosting!
You can't match 𝐒𝐴𝐲𝐴's talent.
I present to you 𝐒𝐴𝐧𝐝𝐫𝐨𝐧𝐞'𝐏𝐥𝐚𝐲. I was just exercising caution. I had to make sure everything was perfect.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
That guy was right.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make gâteau de bois.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10. Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's...
Huh? Really?
All right, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this...
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
How exciting! I'm gonna dig in. I think maybe...
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place.
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would...
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save...
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest.
What? It's... Savannah?
No! That's impossible!
Hey, Savannah! You cheated, didn't you? You cheater! What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table with... It was 𝐼𝐺𝐻𝐵's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse, isn't it more likely that 𝐒𝐴𝐧𝐝𝐵𝐴's lost her edge?
You take that, bitch!
Judges, we demand a rematch.
That's enough! What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's...
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it.
𝐒𝐴𝐧𝐝𝐵𝐴, no!
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to 𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐵 and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over, and I...
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept it. But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So, will that be all, ex-head chef?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
𝐒𝐴𝐧𝐝𝐵𝐴?
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed.
𝐒𝐴𝐧𝐝𝐵𝐴? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir of your time here! Doesn't...
It's all right. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate 𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐵. That's mission accomplished for the 𝐶PINA. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with the whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy.
No. No! This
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come.
But why? Why would she do that?
Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐵.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself. Up to the freezer! Ha! Sha! Yeah! An inspired melange!